How's it going, Laser Bruce's up, Bobby Sixkilla, and welcome back to the Zodiac Trial. I know we've already finished this game, but we're jumping into the interview room. So far we've only unlocked one. I'm going to be running through on my own and messing around until I can try and unlock the others, and then I'm going to do each interview in its own little video, probably little. I don't actually know how long they are, but I assume that'd be a little one. We're going to jump into Pig's interview, which is the only one we have, because I'm interested to learn more about the characters. Let's get into it. Well, what's going on? I was hacking a computer and I'm back at my home? Wait, who are you? You... My head. It hurts. What's going on? Okay, cool. Looks like it worked. Hey there, glad I was able to make it. I imagine you might have some questions, yeah? Yeah, that's fair. Okay then, what do you want to ask? What's going on here? Well, Pig here is in purgatory, as are a number of characters who are either dead or near death. But I'm not Pig. I'm the creator of the story you just experienced. And I also wanted to answer some questions about everything. Only problem is, I didn't exactly have a body to inhabit for the interview. So, well, Pig was just sort of sitting there. It's not like she really had a lot of deep revelations to reveal. You could say that this is a bit too meta, and that I'd ask you how else you'd handle this. You could also say that this is just stupid. And to that, I just sort of shrug. I mean, fair. But we're already here, so... Could you give me some insight on the story? You mean right here? All at once? That seems a little tiresome. Okay, how about this? Do you want to be able to just chime in throughout the story as a sort of commentary track? Of course, if there are still routes you're blind to, you may think twice about this. I'll have spoilers all over the place. Narrator's commentary. No, we're good for now. Oh well. The offer's always open. What inspired all of this? If the disjointed nature of all the routes didn't give it away, there were a lot of different inspirations at play. In a sense, all the media I've consumed up to this point had a hand in creating this, but if I had to narrow it down to a few, I'd be remiss not to start off by mentioning the inspiration I took from a certain trilogy of death games, obviously Zero Escape. However, honestly, a lot of the DNA of various visual novels is incorporated into this game, but that's the most direct inspiration. There was this one show, which I don't think was even that amazing, but it was a battle royale based on Chinese zodiac animals. I was already interested in them, but that series definitely brought them back to my mind. Also, the film 12 Angry Men was a big inspiration. I know that sounds weird, but a big thing is that this Zodiac Trial is actually the second version of the story I've done. Originally it was a short regular novel. It was a lot different from this story. It had a different setting, different game mechanics, a different backing plot, different twists, and mostly different characters. But it had a similar premise, and I thought it was a strong one. When it came to creating a visual novel with a limited number of people and locations, well, I knew adapting that first version of the story could work, and so I did. The original version was a little more streamlined. I think it incorporated all the elements into one story a bit smoother, but that was a short novel and this was a big sprawling visual novel. Overall, I far prefer this version. What happens next? I assume you're asking what comes next in the story, right? Well, the thing is, there's no way I'm going to tell you that. I mean, if I did that, there'd be no way to tease for a sequel, huh? And besides that, I don't think you ever really want to hear everything that happens in a character's life after the story ends. Really, I don't want to answer this question at all. But I'd be lying if I didn't say I had some thoughts on the matter. Like Ox mentioned, Rooster recovered. He's definitely going to jail. Going to try and repent. But he's still alive. Mouse is definitely going to keep in touch with some of the members of the Zodiac jury. I mean, how could you not? But it's not like, after everything that is said and done, Hightower is fixed or anything. It is a broken city. And these events were the start of change, not the end of it. There are definitely a few loose ends in the story as is, but I think it'd be wishful thinking to assume Mouse's troubles are over regardless of what she did with that flash drive. But I think that's all I'll say on the matter. What should I take from all this? I don't know, whatever you want to take from it. Death of the author and what have you. If you believe in that. Yeah, I'm a little unclear about what the question even means. Are you asking me to try and spell out the moral of the story? Because I don't really want to do that. I don't even think the story has a moral, at least not an explicit one. And whatever's there, I want people to take it on their own way. You know, in the original Zodiac Trial, I made a big point to give all characters a case against them, and a defense. I explicitly wanted to leave it open to the reader's opinion. Who was worse than who was more culpable than who. Even the mastermind could be argued in favour of. Now in this version of the story, I'm a little less inclined to treat all the characters equally. If you think Mouse, Bunny and Monkey all have equal levels of culpability, well, that's certainly not what I was going for. But I still think there's a lot of room for interpretation in the story. About a lot of things. Ultimately, take what you want from all this. If you want a fun story with puzzles and mystery cases, I hope you enjoyed the tricks and riddles spread throughout the game. If you're looking for an interesting character study, I hope everyone's backstories and interactions gave you enough. If you're looking for a serious tale with themes of free will or justice, I hope there was enough content in that nature for you to chew on. If nothing else, I hope you found something worthwhile in all this. How do I unlock the other interviews? That's a good one. The other interviews, huh? Let's see. Dog's always been a sucker for games, but also puzzles. If you get all the puzzles found in this tale correct, he's sure to talk. Beneath everything, Rooster does really care. If you give everyone a happy ending, or at least give a happy ending to everyone who can get one, he's sure to reappear. Then there's Monkey. She's partial to those who imitate her in some way. If you run through all the possibilities, just like her, collect a full deck, she's bound to have something to say. If you talk to those three, there's one more person you should probably speak with. They're the final unlock. But actually, between you and me, if you talk to everyone, there's a chance you can listen on someone else. Someone not really part of the story. But that's only possible to those who haven't received help. It's possible that that option's already gone for good. And if that's right, don't feel too bad. That one's not really someone you need to be listening to, so yeah, there are some tips. Well, that's interesting, and that's the whole thing. But we need to get all the others, I suppose. Obviously that was only a 6-minute thing. I'll just put that up randomly as a little extra bit because you might be interested in that. I'll see if I can get my hands on the other interviewers and I'll put them up as I find them. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this little extra bit. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.